This deck of cards is homeless. Well, sort of. I bought it in a pack of 2 that came in this horrible plastic case, and I hate it. So technically, it has a home. I just refuse to allow it to live there, which by any measure of such things is evil. The only reasonable course of action, then, is to rectify the situation. I don't want to print out a card box design, or even create one digitally. I want it to feel handmade. I did download a template from the Game Crafter, but the dimensions weren't quite right. And you can't just put a thing into a generic home and expect it to thrive there. A lesson I learned when I rehomed my hamster into a fish tank. It takes extra time, but a little tailoring will make for a better homestead. The depth dimensions were about right, about 2 centimetres, but the height and width needed a little jiggery pokery. I also find when cutting it's better not to cut against a ruler. As long as the lines are drawn straight, freehanding it works better. Yep, seems to fit right. There's no ads, just this. Although you can like and subscribe or go to my website and buy some cool t-shirts and stuff from my store. But no ads. Just skull whispering. Now then, design. The paint gave it a nice oxidised copper look. Other than that, I got these cards because I'm designing an RPG that uses a deck of cards in an oracle system. More on that in another video, but still, the front of the box I thought should have something to do with my Studio Squid Ink imagery, but have a design on the back that's specifically related to the game. And as it's about interdimensional lighthouses, that seems like the obvious image. I also didn't want this thing to look too polished. In fact, all of my favourite decks of cards I've had in the past look a little bit rough. I like having the line work a little bit wobbly, and for the colours to look old. For me, that helps it feel lived in. At first I was going to have the tentacle on the front be simple line work too, but it needed a little pop of colour. So I thought it was a good idea to make a separate tentacle to stick to the front. I actually like having that additional layer. It would be cool to make this again out of wood and have some more pieces in relief and some hinges and stuff. Anyway, here it is. It's not perfect. There are definitely some things that I might redo and improve, but I like it. It's like a card deck that's been washed up by the sea or caught in a fishing net. so now I can continue playtesting my game and have a place to keep the cards that's convenient and on theme. The only problem is, I still have one deck of cards without a home. I've created housing inequality and become everything I hate.